Hi, this is Astro here, and thank you for tuning into my channel. As always, I keep my promise. I have come with a new video today. It's a tutorial video. It's a tutorial video on Muhurta. Okay, so I'm not going to the depth of the tutorial right now, but I'm coming out with certain examples that will help you to understand, certain concepts in Muhurta, which is usually not spoken much, or even if it is known to people, it is not being shared. Especially in YouTube, I have not seen people putting much information about this. So this is an attempt to educate the audience, especially those who would love to know more about astrology, right? Okay, so as I said, today I would be giving you a video on Muhurta. So I am taking one concept of Muhurta, not the entire concept. Going forward, I would be coming out with more concepts on Muhurta. I'll be putting more videos on Muhurta. See, Muhurta cannot be explained standalone. It has to, certain concepts of Muhurta has to be explained with examples. So that's the reason I'm trying to come with series of videos which will have various concepts of Muhurta getting covered. Okay. So today I am going to talk about an auspicious day which is coming in the month of May 2023. Okay, there was a confusion. In fact, it so happened that somebody had came to me to take a second opinion about a Muhurta falling on 25th of May, which is the upcoming Thursday, right? So they wanted to know how auspicious is that particular day, because they wanted to conduct a particular ritual at home. I won't say ritual, but they wanted to have a good start, for which they wanted to check the Muhurta, and they got two different opinions. So the first the astrologer or so-called Panditji, whoever gave them the auspicious date, somebody else countered that particular day, saying that it is an inauspicious day because there is a concept called Masa Shunya in Muhurta which comes into play. Okay, so Masa Shunya is applicable on 25th of May 2023. So with this they were a little confused. So they at one end they had a Panditji or an astrologer telling them that this is an auspicious day. At the other end, there was one more gentleman who countered this argument, saying that no, this is an inauspicious day. So in fact, they wanted to have a third opinion. That is the reason they came to me. In fact, they came to me some times back. So the gentleman who came to me, I can't reveal his details, but he had a fair knowledge of astrology, and he had a point blank question to me, saying that, Mr. Girish, can you please tell me the day of 25th that I have selected to conduct a particular ritual at home, is the day auspicious? Okay, or is the day, or should I look out for some other day in the month of May so that I can choose or erect the right Muhurta and conduct the ritual? So I had a look into the Panchang, and after having a look into the Panchang, I was fairly convinced that the day of 25th is very auspicious. Now you can have a look into the screen. I've given a screenshot which talks about what is a Panchang on that particular day. See, as we all know who follow astrology, or for those who have not followed astrology till now, see, one of the basic ingredient to select a day for Muhurta is to look for the Panchang. Panchang means Panchang, which is 5 elements that qualifies whether a day is auspicious or inauspicious. Post which we get into the Muhurta concept. Okay, so one of the earliest or the prerequisite for a Muhurta is to have an auspicious Panchang. Okay, as most of you would know, Panchang would have the element of nakshatra. It would have the element of day, which is Vara, what we call in Hindi. It will also have the concept of Tithi, right, the lunar day, and then you have the Karna and the Yoga. Okay, so I don't know, many of you would know this. Vara, I'll just give you a small understanding as to what these 5 elements are, or rather why these 5 elements are very important. See, Vara in Panchang actually promises a prolonged life. So if you choose a good Vara, which means if you choose a good weekday, to conduct a particular, or rather to choose a good muhurta. A good weekday will ensure that there is a prolonged life to the activity that you take place. So it gives, the auspice of that particular activity is prolonged for a long time. Okay. The second element that we give importance to in Panchang is that of Tithi. Okay. Tithi is nothing but the lunar day. Okay. The waxing moon and the waning moon. Okay. So Tithi brings prosperity. A selection of a good Tithi in Muhurta brings prosperity. Right. That's the reason after Vara we also give importance to Tithi, because that has a particular role to play. Then the most important is the nakshatra, because nakshatra removes the sin. Okay, so in case if you choose a wrong nakshatra for a particular muhurta, you can invite bad karma. You can invite bad sins, Sin in itself is bad, so you can invite certain sins. So it's always advisable to ensure that you choose a good nakshatra. Then you have the Karna and the Yoga. Karna is for overall, success of the activity that you do. Yoga is again to enhance the auspiciousness of that particular day, right? However, Karna and Yoga in the elements, in the 5 elements of Panchanga, are more straightforward. Either you reject them or you accept them. Simple. It's a pure black and white concept. However, the concept of Vara, Tithi and Nakshatra has to be, studied in alignment. In other words, all the 3 have to be looked in parallel, whether you select that particular day or that particular, weekday for an auspicious activity. In case either of them, or any one of them rather, that is either the Tithi, either the Nakshatra or the Vara, which is a weekday, if any one of them are facing some kind of a shortcoming, we straight away reject that particular day for a muhurta. Therefore, the conjunction that we have, that is the conjunction of Tithi, Nakshatra and Vara, is the most important concept in astrology, right? Again, there are several permutations and combinations whether to select a particular day, that is keeping the Vara, the Nakshatra and the Tithi, okay, along with the permutation and combination. So there are certain permutation combinations which either selects that particular Tithi or it rejects the Tithi, right? Now, one such concept that which rejects the Vara or the particular day that you choose for Muhurta is said to be Masa Shunya. Okay, there is a concept called Masa Shunya in Muhurta, which means, Masa means, in Sanskrit it means the month, right? Shunya means 0. Okay, so a particular day can suffer from Masa Shunya either because of its nakshatra or because of the Tithi. Okay, Vara doesn't play a role in that, but yes, the nakshatra and the Tithi can play a role. So in every month, okay, be it the lunar month, okay, or be it the solar month, okay, there would be either one nakshatra or 2 nakshatras, or 1 Tithi or 2 Tithis that can lead that particular day as ineffective, to be known as Masa Shunya. It becomes a Shunya day for that day. Okay. Again, if I split the meaning of Masa Shunya, Masa means a month, Shunya means 0. So any activity that you do on Masa Shunya day, the result will be nothing but 0, right? So I hope you understood what was the concept that I was trying to drive here. One is the Panchang, which is the element, 5 elements. Okay, and there are certain permutation and combinations whether you choose that particular day or reject that particular day, of which I am talking only about one concept which helps you to reject a particular day, and that is called as Masa Shunya. Okay, now the month of Jyeshta, which we are currently running, the lunar month of Jyeshta, or if I take the solar month, the Vrishabha Masa, which means sun is transiting over Vrishabha Rashi, right? In that particular month, one of the nakshatras that we reject is said to be Pushami Nakshatra or Pusha Nakshatra. Okay, if Pusha Nakshatra comes in this particular month, it is said to be an Masa Shunya month. Okay, I am only taking Pusha Nakshatra. There is one more Nakshatra which I am not bringing at this point in time. Why you would come to know very soon, right? So Pusha Nakshatra in the month of Jyeshtha or in the solar month of Vrishabha is considered to be inauspicious because it is Masa Shunya and we reject it straightforward. Okay. However, there are certain exceptions, okay, where this rejection rule is not applicable. Okay. Now, what is this rejection rule? Okay. Suppose if that nakshatra, say Pushami nakshatra in this case, if it is forming a Siddha yoga or an Amrita Siddha yoga, both are different yogas, then the concept of Masa Shunya is not applicable. Okay. Now, when does the Amrita Siddha yoga is formed by Pushami nakshatra or Pusha nakshatra? It happens when it falls on Thursday. So, if Thursday and Pusha nakshatra comes together, it forms Amrita Siddha yoga. So, the concept here that rejects the Masa Shunya, which says that either if the day falls as a Siddha yoga or anything above Siddha yoga, which is Amrita Siddha yoga, which is even superior to Siddha yoga, then the Masa Shunya concept is not applicable. Therefore, the day of 25th of May, okay, 2023 happens to be a Thursday where you have the nakshatra of Pushami comes into picture. I think on that day Pushami nakshatra or Pusha nakshatra is applicable till 5:25 p.m. in the evening or 5:30 p.m. till the evening. Yes, it is till 5:25 p.m. in the evening approximately, right? So, so on that particular day, the concept of Masa Shunya is not applicable. So the gentleman, coming back to the original story that I started with, the gentleman who came to me, he had this doubt whether the concept of Masa Shunya is applicable on that particular day. Okay, I straight away educated him saying that no, Masa Shunya is not applicable on that particular day. However, okay, see, when you choose Panchang or when you choose an auspicious day or any day for that matter, see, Panchang element is not straight away applicable, which means if a particular Panchang day is good for me, it need not be good for you. It has to be supported by your natal chart, right? In this case, the gentleman who came to me, in his case, this particular Tithi or this particular day, which is 25th of May 2023, which happens to be Pushami nakshatra, is not a favorable day as per his natal chart. Why? Because see, in this case, whenever you choose a day for a muhurta, you should also see the planetary position in that particular natal chart. So for this yoga or for this Amrita Siddha yoga, which forms on a Thursday and Pushami nakshatra, you need to check the position of Saturn as well as Jupiter. In case if they are poorly placed or in case if one of them is blocking the other, particularly Saturn blocking Jupiter, then this particular yoga will not bring anything auspicious to you. So the person who, so the gentleman or the astrologer who gave a negative answer to this gentleman who came for a consultation, he was technically right in rejecting this auspicious day, so-called auspicious day, which is 25th of May 2023, as per the requirement of that person. However, the second astrologer couldn't explain to him what was the reason that this particular day is not favorable for the gentleman to conduct any auspicious activity. Okay, so this was the point that educated the person that look, Panchang does not mean it is flatly applicable to everybody. If a particular day is auspicious to me, it need not be auspicious to you, because the planetary position in your natal chart will tell me whether that particular day can be selected or no. Unfortunately here, because Saturn and Jupiter were not placed appropriately in the natal chart of the gentleman, I told him the second astrologer is right. Only thing, his technical explanation was incorrect or rather insufficient, I would say. The actual reason is because the day is very good. The concept of Masa Shunya doesn't apply there. But the concept of poor placement of Jupiter and Saturn is applicable in your chart. Therefore, this particular day, 25th of May 2023, is not favorable to that particular gentleman, right? So, the purpose of coming with this video to the audience is that please understand, muhurta or selecting a day should not be a blanket rule applicable to anyone and everyone. You have to check the same based on the natal chart, right? And again, there are a lot of permutation and combination. There's a lot of rules which support the day, which rejects the day, which you should be familiar with. Okay, so I came out with this video so that I could give you a small understanding about what the Masa Shunya concept plays a role in Muhurta. Also, when does it not get applicable, right? Going forward, I will be coming out with some auspicious day. I will be coming out with Muhurtas for every month, Of course, this will be a general Muhurta. If you want a specific Muhurta, you have to contact me, because there are several permutation combinations that needs to be kept in mind. So no person can clearly, give this answer to, or rather foresee everything and give the answer to you. So in case if you want specific Muhurtas, I would humbly request you to connect with me. You have the WhatsApp details, you have my email details, and also my website details on the description. You can take up an appointment and consult me, right? I hope this video has given you some understanding about Muhurta. See, Muhurta is a very broad subject. Okay, it is a subject in itself. It's not even part, it is as vast as astrology. I know people who can just tell, many times even I do, just by telling them the nakshatra, I can tell you what could be the outcome. Or just by looking at the tithi, I can tell you what could be the outcome, right? So it needs mastery. It's not a subject which you can superficially deal with. You have to go so deep and you should be well trained enough to understand. Okay, so the purpose of bringing this video out here is to give a small idea as to what Muhurta is going to be or how does it play a role. I would strongly advise you, if you're a beginner in astrology, or if you just started learning Muhurta, please take the help of your guru. Okay, or you take the help of a learned person who knows how to apply the rules in Muhurta and then take it forward, right? That's all for the day. I would like to sign off for the moment. Needless to say, I would request you to like, subscribe and share my video with as many people as possible. Also, if you want a consultation, please book an appointment and you can come down to me. Needless to say again, I am also a teacher in astrology. So for those who are interested to learn astrology under me, you can again get in touch base with me, right? So thank you for the day. I hope you really like this video, and I'm signing off for the moment. Thank you.